I have a key.
A key to what?
A key to success.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah. Our DFL'ers are not reporting to work. And they're lying about it, but what the hell? Who cares? Black Entrepreneurs Day is normally a celebratory day at the Capitol. But yesterday it turned into a day of counter-protest as small business owners and lawmakers voiced concern over President Trump's rollback of DEI policies. We'll get to the point I prefer to focus on. If you're already a black business owner and you're showing up at the Capitol or rally, why is DEI a problem for you? The day was created to celebrate and provide resources for black businesses, but instead unified and concerned voices spoke out, saying this is a tough time to be a minority business owner. Members of the state's People of Color and Indigenous Caucus said Minnesota is going to be a last line of defense against diversity policies being rolled back. Donald Trump's words about immigrants and diversity, equity, and inclusion are a divisive dog whistle to right-wing social media and podcasts, said DFL Senator Zainab Mohamed. And Jay Green, owner of North Star Limo, said, right now, the way things are, I'm surprised this is going on, so I'm coming down here in good faith, hoping that something might be positive for my business. So I may be able to get a grant to help my business. Why should you get a grant any more than anybody else?
Right.
DFL leaders, including Walls, joined the chorus at the rally. I'm just going to name it for what it is. That's not DEI, that's good business people, Walls said. I'm not sure either me or Walls knew what he just meant there. Okay, but black business owners and black entrepreneurs, what was missing yesterday when you went to the Capitol? You went to the Capitol for Black Recognition Day. What's it called?
Black
Entrepreneurs Day. You went. What was missing? Black men and women who are business owners and operators. What was missing? The very people who pretend to champion you. The very people that pretend to champion you and make you believe that you couldn't succeed without them. Were they there? They're not there. They don't give a bleep about you. They don't give a bleep about your neighbor. They have joined the third rail club, and that's what they're worried about. They're not worried about your black business. If they were, they would have been there to talk to you. It's all a scam.
Yeah.
The DFL has done nothing for you. Nothing. And DEI is not the answer. All DEI does is make you less than. And so you show up yesterday and you're all fired up and you want to be angry at Trump with his DEI messaging. Where are the people that you wanted to meet? Where were they? They weren't there. They're at home collecting money for not working.
I thought they were locked out.
They're not locked out.
Oh, but that's what Melissa Hortman said.
I know, but Melissa Hortman is lying.
Oh, that's
She don't tell the truth.
I'm sympathetic to the black entrepreneurs who might have wanted to, rub elbows with some representatives and maybe figure out a way to get some dough or some recognition. But
did you read out loud?
They ain't there.
Did I hear you read the quote from Jay Green, the owner of North Star Limo?
Yeah, I read the quote from him. Jay wants to get a grant.
Well, what if Jay Blue, a white guy, owner of East Star Limo, needs a grant?
Right.
But he's a cracker, so he doesn't.
Well, we don't know much about Jay Green. If anyone on the staff would care to look that up. It's
Jay
called
Green, heavy limo?
it's called North Star Limo.
Yeah.
Right now, the way things are, I'm surprised this is going on. Well, I don't know what he means by things, and I don't know what surprises him about what's going on. Was he surprised that the DFL'ers who pretend to care about him were not there? So, but he said, so I'm coming down here in good faith, hoping that something might be positive for my business, so I may be able to get a grant to help my business. I don't know.
Well, don't all owners, despite their color, then deserve a grant to
What
help?
about Shea Cab? What? Shea Cab's a private driver. What if she needs a grant for her Escalade?
Maybe
I don't know who that is.
Maybe
Shea Cab?
maybe he believes that DEI initiatives are there to possibly provide him with things like grants. I don't know that to be a fact, but look it up just for the hell of it.
Not much information on the North Star Limo
Is
website.
there a phone number for Jay?
Contact us. Yes.
Okay, call him.
While I wasn't paying attention to you, did you read out loud the Republican representative Jim Nash, who did show up at their rally?
Republican rally, Republican rep Jim Nash did speak at the rally, and while he did not talk about DEI changes, he said GOP lawmakers are there and ready to help black minority businesses.
So the people they hate showed up and said, hey, we're ready to help.
What can I do for you?
Oopsie.
The fraudulent nature of the DFL should become terribly obvious with each increasing day.
Yep.
These people don't give a bleep about you black entrepreneurs, and they don't give a bleep about white entrepreneurs. They care about themselves, and they're hiding behind this BS about power sharing. Well, you'd have power share if you'd get there and work and talk about it. Let's go here. It'd be something to work with.
I don't see anything on North Star Limo, but I am seeing something for Set It There Limo.
Yeah, set it there.
Set it there.
Right. Don't put that on my wall.
So
They-
I just had to look at that this morning, and I was a little bemused that, well, wait a minute now. Black small business owners rally at Minnesota Capitol. But the focus of this story, this happens to be a CBS story, Channel 4.
Okay, yeah.
The focus of this, black small business owners rally at Minnesota Capitol amid Trump's DEI rollbacks. That wasn't the focus here.
No.
You idiots. The focus was the black entrepreneurs and business owners show up at the Capitol to talk to the representatives who pretend to care about them, and they're not there. This wasn't a DEI meeting.
But remember, Joe, the truth doesn't really matter, does it?
Esme Murphy wrote that, but maybe Esme doesn't write the headlines. Esme.
What was this seminar? Black?
It was Black Entrepreneurs Day. It's an annual thing. You go there and, hey, I got a new, it's like a Shark Tank.
Right.
Only, it's public money. I don't know what it is. But what I do know is that it's a day when DFL legislators would pretend to be terribly concerned.
I wonder if they tried to run Jim Nash out of the place, or if they actually talked to him. It's just the irony is just killing me, Such.
Now, are any of the black entrepreneurs going to be honest enough to stop and say, I heard what they said on GL, and that happens to be the truth. We came down here in good faith to discuss our entrepreneurship, and the very people we constantly vote for, the same people we put in office, they're not even here. They've been at home for a month getting paid to do nothing, and here we are. What, are you going to open your eyes, people? Would you open your eyes to the reality of this? Would you open your eyes to the way your children are treated in schools? Would you open your eyes to the immorality of this DEI absolute B as in B, S as in S? Because once you open your eyes, you'll shoot ahead in the world. All this does is hold you back. Right. Relying on these idiots who are at home getting paid, relying on them is holding you back. Ignore them. It's just mind-boggling that you buy this nonsense.
You could say
showed
that.
up, they ain't there.
Ain't seen them.
You could say that about every part and every department in government, both local, statewide, and national. Don't go to the government to help you out. That's the last people you want on your side. Seriously.
Man, oh man. I got a Feeding Our Future scandal note.
Really?
Well, I think it's germane. I think it's in keeping with what we're discussing. From Shelley, the daycare lady. Mm-hmm. Hi, Joe and the boys. It's your friendly Gumption County daycare lady here, and I was listening to your show Monday about the food fraud, which you already know just gets me going. But as I was feeding my own daycare children today, who are all legit, I started to think about one co-defendant and his 6,000 meals a day. She's about to do something we never did. We should have. It's wonderful what she's about to do.
The math?
Yeah, I started to think about one co-defendant and his 6,000 meals a day. In order for me to feed 8, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes. Let's just say he was remotely telling the truth. Well, he isn't. At 1 minute per child, it would take 100 hours to serve 6,000 children. If he was a superhero and could feed a child in 30 seconds, it still would take 50 hours and so forth, down to only 10 seconds per person at 16.6 hours. Huh. Which means no one was steering this ship, and that with my knowledge of what Amy Bach's job entailed, absolutely no way, not a chance, now or ever, that she not only knew what was going on, but was paid handsomely for it. However, allegedly, I will add. Right. And the people she sent the forms to for reimbursement knew, too. It's absolutely impossible. Again, even during the pandemic, every other provider that served meals to children were watched. Our reports had to be corrected. We even had Zoom calls from each of our Feeding Our Future sponsors that made us show them children by name and the food we already sent to the DHS for anyone who worked here. To hear what they did and the lack of oversight blows my mind. Heads should be rolled all the way to the top, with Heather Mueller being charged as well. Yeah, but she left when she got out of there in time, I guess, because she went to Walsey and said, I can't be on the hook.
I got to get out of here. I got to get out of town.
Always pushing back, even though it's usually behind a swing. Gumption County daycare lady Shelley. Well, she gave us a new wrinkle. I never stopped to consider the time it would have taken to feed 6,000 kids.
That's true. The logistics of getting the food, prepping the food, getting it out there.
Well, imagine you're at a wedding with 120 people.
No, you don't even have to go that far, Joe. Yeah. Imagine you're in high school.
Yeah.
This is school lunch. It's 2 hours long.
Minnesotans, God love you and God love us, but we are really, really being taken to the cleaners here by this Walz administration. It's a failure. It's a folly. It's corrupt, and it appears not to be ending. He has yet to take any responsibility, and it's very evident that he won't. You black entrepreneurs want to speak up? Yeah. We'll go down to the Capitol for Black Entrepreneurship Day. Wait, they're not there?
We ain't there.
The DFL is not there? That's right. They've been at home for a month pouting because they don't have all the power. So they've been getting paid, though. You're working your butt off at your black business to pay your taxes, and those taxes money are going to the very people who claim to pretend they love you. They're there to help you. No, they're not. They're not there.
Isn't it going to be great to envision what the Walz campaign ads for a third term are going to be? We crack down on fraud in the state of Minnesota.
They're all frauds. You're all frauds, DFL'ers.
Yeah, they're all going to be
You're
claiming
all frauds. You're not there. You're not there to help the people you pretend to care about.
Joe, obviously you didn't read that CBS story close enough. According to that story, and according to a Minnesota senator, you're the problem. A podcast was mentioned.
Where?
You
Where?
are the
I
problem.
gotta see that. Where
it's in the CBS story. Look, I already deleted mine.
I got it here.
It's right there in the first couple of paragraphs.
Take a shot at you?
So we do know there was at least one DFL senator there.
I don't see anything about a podcast.
Oh God, I got rid of the story. I should have
Well,
kept
I
it up.
have the Channel 4 story.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking
Black
at.
small business owners rally at Minnesota Capitol amid Trump's DEI rollbacks.